Sesame Place is implementing a diversity training program. By the end of September, employees at the Sesame Street theme park in Pennsylvania will be required to take classes to, quote, address bias, promote inclusion, and prevent discrimination. It comes after a mother posted a video on social media, you're seeing it here, last month, in which her 6-year-old black daughter and her daughter's friend were snubbed by a park employee dressed as a Sesame Street character. She has since filed a $25 million class action lawsuit against the park. With us this morning, as she is every Thursday morning, is Miss Debbie Lobo, who is the host of Fox Soul's Black Report. Debbie, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
Hi, so much. So happy to be here with you today, James, and happy to talk about all these topics this morning.
Yeah, let's talk about this first topic here, racial training for employees of this park here. Is that enough for so many people who've seen that video and have had criticism for it, have been offended by it? Do you think that this is considered a win in that direction?
I do believe that it is a great start because we saw one video turned into about 10 videos across the world at different amusement parks, at different water parks, and it continues. And I think there are actually going to be more that we see come up in the coming days and coming months. So this is really great for a couple of reasons because the president of the company said they already started to integrate some interim practices, and they're also going to do the diversity training. And then going forward, every single employee that comes to work for them will also have to do these diversity trainings moving forward. It also kind of makes you wonder why diversity training wasn't something that was implemented beforehand, because you can tell that different races of children go and visit these amusement parks. However, it is definitely a step in the right direction. It shows that our calls and our cries to fix something at these parks have been heard, and I'm happy that they're making some change, but some more changes definitely still need to come as a result of this.
I often hear the reaction that, well, these characters, the way their costumes are suited, their field of vision may be blocked, so maybe they just didn't see it the same way we all saw it in this video. What's your reaction to that?
Absolutely not, because honestly, the costume should not have been made if you're not able to see the very children that you're paid to interact with. So if the costume design is the problem, then that's something that should have been handled way before we got to today. And also, there are so many videos that clearly show a character finding their way to a white child, but ignoring a black child on the other hand. So I really think that that's a way to kind of cop out and give an explanation for what happened and not really take accountability for what's happened. That's why this diversity training is really good, because I've said time and time again with you guys on this show, we need to know, I want to know more over who are the people behind the suits, because it's not that Elmo is a racist person, it's the person in a racist character, it's the person inside of the mask, inside of the costume that is being discriminatory. And so these new practices that they're going to do about diversity is going to make sure that across the board, every single human inside of those characters knows what they need to do when they interact with the black kid.
Very good. I want to change gears a little bit here and talk about a case that I think the entire nation has been following for months, if not years at this point. The case of Ahmaud Arbery. The two men convicted of killing him earlier this week just got sentenced to life in prison for that killing. Travis McMichael, Greg McMichael, a father-son duo. Tell me, when you hear that news, what kind of message is that sending?
His parents have said that their hearts are completely broken. There's nothing that's going to bring back Ahmaud Arbery. No amount of money will bring back Ahmaud Arbery. No amount of jail time will bring back Ahmaud Arbery. So at the very least, for this killing that did not have to happen, the very least, you can stay behind bars. I thought it was very interesting that they were requesting a federal prison. They wanted amenities, a federal prison versus a state prison. At the end of the day, you took the life of a black man that was minding his own business. This did not have to occur. And again, at the very least, you can, serve your life term in prison.
Can I get your thoughts on what you think of how big a role cell phone video plays? We saw this obviously with the Ahmaud Arbery case. We saw that as well with the George Floyd case. How huge is it that people are being so actively aware to think to pull out a phone, record something that they think is an injustice, and then it eventually be a very big influence in court?
James, that is literally the greatest question ever. We talk about this every single day on Fox Soul's Black Report, and I know that I always say that I'm a scary person. So if someone threatens me, like, hey, if you post that video, there are going to be repercussions, I probably would be scared enough to not post the video. And there are certain instances where I'm like, wow, I am so proud that these people are brave enough to show injustices that happen right in front of their faces and not afraid of what can happen to them as a result. So cell phone video has been so monumental to so many different cases, from George Floyd, like you said, on and on and on. Being able to see firsthand, because a lot of times, you see some cops will say it, can use, they can, you can edit certain videos, body camera footage, give us what we need to see. When someone posts the video camera from their phone, you're gonna get it exactly what it is. There's no way you can make us unsee what we saw. And so I'm just so happy that the people are coming forward, showing what happened, and they're being brave enough to put it out there to the world, because the world needs to see what's happening to Black people in America.
No doubt. Demi Lovo, host of Fox Soul's Black Report, thank you for having these conversations with us every week.
Yes. I mean, an amazing conversation, and looking forward to it next Thursday.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Coming up on Mornings